Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel that takes you deep inside the San Francisco 49ers. I am your host, Jack Hammer, and today we are going to take a look at the 49ers Super Bowl window. You know, this has been a topic and a question that's come up quite a bit is how much longer is this window going to remain open for a Super Bowl in San Francisco? And the quick, easy answer to that is that window is going to remain open as long as Kyle Shanahan is the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Now let's take a look at where this team was before he arrived. In 2015, 2016, the 49ers won a total of 7 games, combined 7 wins in 2015 and 2016. So when Kyle Shanahan took over in 2017, this was a team that was at the bottom of the league. And with his moves, along with those of general manager John Lynch, the 49ers transformed themselves, rebuilt. And from 2019 through last season, over these last 4 years, the 49ers have gone 42-24. It's one of the best records in the NFL over that period of time. Actually, the second best record in the NFC. And, you know, you look at the moves that were made, and the 49ers have added a lot of top-end talent. And, you know, I think part of the reason why the question comes up in terms of the Super Bowl window is you have guys that are a little bit longer in the tooth. Players such as George Kittle getting up there in age. You have a guy such as Trent getting up there a little bit in age. And I think one of the things that you need to look at is, well, how have the 49ers done when they haven't had Trent Williams and when they haven't had George Kittle? And really look at it, when they've had a starting caliber quarterback, meaning Jimmy Garoppolo, the 49ers are 3-2 in games in which they did not have Trent Williams on the field. They're also 3-2 in games in which they did not have George Kittle on the field, but they had Jimmy Garoppolo starting. And I use Garoppolo because the 49ers, when they've had Jimmy Garoppolo in the past, they were winning quite a bit. And that's kind of transitioned recently over to Brock Purdy. And so, yes, George Kittle, Trent Williams, 2 of the best players at their positions in the NFL. But the 49ers, with Kyle Shanahan calling the plays, have found a way to get around that. And I think that's something that can't go unnoticed. And that's why I say that this window is going to remain open as long as Kyle Shanahan is here. They've done a good job of adding talent to the roster. And as the offensive coordinator as well, he has done a good job of keeping that offense humming, while at the same time helping to build a very strong defense that plays perfectly along with that offense. Another thing to look at is the depth that the 49ers have under contract. So yes, Trent Williams, Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, those 3, they're really the only 3 on the offensive side of the ball who you would say are getting close to retiring. Other than that, it is a young group on that offensive side. You go over to the defensive side, and it's a very young group over there as well. You know, Tayshaun Gibson, I think, is the oldest player on that defensive side of the ball. They just drafted a guy that they expect to take over for him in Jair Brown. So you look at the team, and this is a group, they have their core signed for a long term. They also have young, up-and-coming players set to challenge for spaces and build depth behind that. So this is a team that I would say is built for at least the next 3 to 4 years. And I would expect, as long as they keep winning games, maybe even get a Super Bowl win here along the way, that the window is going to remain open for the 49ers for a very long time. And again, it just depends on how long Kyle Shanahan is the head coach in San Francisco, because right so far, he's been the key to everything, turned the 49ers organization around, got them to a point where they've been in the NFC Championship game at least in 3 of the last 4 seasons. And with Shanahan, it's all about just keeping that quarterback healthy, and we'll see how he does there as we go forward. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Take it for what it's worth. Do me a favor. Hit that like button before you leave, and then after you do that, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and also turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the updates right here on Inside the 49ers with Jack Hammer. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be talking with you soon.